Hello again, guys. So, as I said, I would do a little thing on Reaper, and Reaper is a DAW, which is a digital audio workstation. And what it allows me to do is basically go through all the individual tracks that I generated from Machine, and basically mix the different levels. So I can, so I can increase the drums, I can increase the lead, or I can change the balance, I can change the panning. So the DAW is kind of the producer thing that all the audio guys use, and it's where you do all the production and post-production and manipulation for the final cut, and the final rendering is the final piece of music that you would hear on a CD, for example. So what I have is this is called the transport, which is the play and the rewind and the stop and record. Then I have the actual tracks themselves. This particular piece has 30 different tracks in it, so you can see there's a load of different audio waveforms there, for various different pieces. And then if I start this out, we just play it, you can actually start seeing. So I'll stop it for a second. What these things are is basically, this is the volume of each of the tracks and the groups as well. So I have drums here, and then there's a group, and there's a load of different drums in there. And then I have, some Vox over here, I have some bass, I have some synthesizers, and they all have different volume levels, and I'm adjusting them to try and get the balance right for what I want to create. And there's probably some effects that I may put in there later, which is, maybe I'll put in some compression, for example, very small subtle gains, just to kind of balance things out. And so I'll let it play, and you can see all the volumes of the different pieces going up and down, and this is kind of cool to see. So as it plays the tracks along this direction, you'll see the volumes going up and down on what it's playing. So let's play it again. So anyway, obviously the sound quality is not going to be very good because you're just picking it up with a camera and microphone at the moment. What I'll do when I finish producing this is I'll put a link to the final cut, and then you can basically audition it there if you're interested. If you're not, then you don't have to listen to it. But anyway, this is what happens. This is the whole mixing process that happens with the audio, and this is what all the producers do. They do this with video as well. Video is basically the same thing, but you have audio mixed down of different video channels, and then you kind of mix it all down, and then you crossfade and cut and do all these other editing. But in essence, it's the same process. It's just you have video to work with as well as the audio, and quite often they'll have an audio engineer doing all this, and then it'll be on top of putting it to video tracks, and then they'll have the video playing in the background, and the audio guys figuring out what emphasis should be, and who should be speaking, what music should be quiet. There's all this kind of balance and dance going on basically with coordinating all this stuff. So anyway, I thought you'd be interested, and hopefully you like the track. Yeah, you might not, but that's music.